What's up? What's up? Let me go start my stream. Oh, there's more money in my account than I thought. Oh, it's already streaming. Wait a minute. Oh, I see. Okay. I know you guys know that everything changed on abstract streaming. So let's just make sure it's working right. Saturday. Learn to code. Update. Okay. Let's see. But it keeps the same one as yesterday. Let me just show you guys this. I like having these on because they actually hold my hair back. So this is what it looks like. This is like from yesterday. This is from yesterday. What? Oh, this is from yesterday. What? Oh, this is so weird. Oh, this is so weird. Weird. Can you hear my message? And did you receive my message? I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't even know who you are. I'm not in the mood today at all for any type of fuckery whatsoever. So do not give me any fuckery today. You emailed me? I don't know who you are. Get off of my stream. I don't know who you are. Okay. All right. So, oh my God, 22 of you already. I figured you would all be watching the Solana is dead. Not watching, but listening to Solana is dead. I would rather learn some good shit so that you can like make more money in a career, in a job. Because let me just tell you something, day trading shit coins is not a viable career choice. Sorry, not sorry. I mean, I think for some people, oh my God, get out of here. I don't know how to like say it again. I'm not interested in engaging in any ventures that would benefit anyone, especially today. So please just let me do my live stream. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, there's someone in my comments and I'm just not here for it. Just stop. Just stop. Okay. And so the stream on Abstract is literally just this. It's the same that was on yesterday because it's the same like link. So let me quote tweet this with the link. Okay. Hi, Doug. Okay. So again, having like a particularly stressful couple of days. So I'm grateful to even like do all of this. If you were a Python, would you live in Miami? For sure. Do you even know what we're doing here? Python is a programming language. Love you. I'm gonna listen to solfeggio frequencies. Solfeggio? I don't know how this is pronounced, but it's like this. Oh, you can't see that. Whatever. And this one is called Let Go of Overthinking. And I don't know I actually don't know who watches the stream. All I see is like the number of people. So for those of you who are not watching or listening to the, Solana is Dead spaces, welcome to Nerdy Saturday. Talk nerdy to me. Because I need to forget just about all of the stuff going on. I also need to turn the space heater on. Ooh, oh my God. I'm just a mess today. There we go. Space heater is on. Oh, it's blowing cold air up my crotch. Just what I needed today. You guys, I'm falling apart. Just give me a minute here. I feel really bad that I can't get it together. Okay. Space heater for the win, literally me right now. Yay. If any of you on Twitter, X, can actually go over to Abstract, that'd be awesome. So I'm not sure who was just saying something in the Abstract chat, because it's just a ETH address, just so you know. Okay, are we better now? This is better. I will tell you why I have a space heater in here, because I am currently in Idaho and staying at my parents' house. And I'm snowed in. I was going to go to Virginia, and then I just wasn't able to do that. So I'm at my parents' house chilling, seeing my son, but it is 20 degrees here in Idaho. So I'm in there downstairs. I wouldn't even call this a basement because it's like a lower level. It's all a whole lower level. There's like an entire movie room. It's pretty great here. They're pretty amazing. And down here, it's just very, very cold. And they're like, well, we're not turning the heat on. Like that doesn't make a ton of sense. So, Doug, South America. Yes. So if you guys can go over to Abstract, that'd be awesome. Yay. Hi, Doug. And tip me as much Pengu as you possibly can, because I need to pay my bills. As much as you think that this is paying me money, it's not. Maybe if I was a gamer, should I just like play video games and just be like real bad at it? Like, would that be funnier? Would that be more entertaining than like learning good shit? Okay. So yeah, this is not a great angle. I'm just a mess today. For those of you yesterday that were here, we started with we started with Python basics. This is the kind of thing that you kind of have to have some experience. You kind of have to know a little bit about coding to be able to go through this. Wow, now it's like fire. I turn that off. Um, you have to have a little bit of experience. So, and then if you didn't catch yesterday, this is going to be slightly confusing. So maybe I should just play video games. Just be real bad. Because I'm not a gamer. Fuck it. This is what we're doing. So this is freecodecamp.org. My favorite thing to do. We are at about step 35. Yeah, I can't listen to this music over and over. Nope. That is a rock hard pass on that music. Just a mess today. I really am such a mess. Who's going to be in Denver? So also something to note, I am not a professional software developer. I have lots of friends. I'm more of a developer relations expert. I wouldn't say expert. I am a developer advocate, developer relations consultant, a dev pimp, if you will. But can I read code? Can I, in a pinch, write code? You better believe it. You better believe it, bitches. Can I read a GitHub repository? 1000%. So we're kind of like all learning together. And that's, I think, the best way to learn something is like, watch me relearn it and go through it. So it's like I have enough information and enough to do this with. And I'm going to teach you by doing it. So Python is a powerful and popular programming language. Oh my God, that's like, what is that called? Alliteration? Python is a powerful and popular programming language. Widely used for data science, data visualization, web development, game development, machine learning, and more. So these are literally the best things you can know right now. Especially this. More. Okay. Okay, so in this project, you'll learn fundamental programming concepts in Python, such as variables, functions, loops, and conditional statements. Yesterday, we went through variables, functions, and loops in a very basic way. So today we'll probably be hitting conditional statements. I understand if you're coming in here and you're like, I'm late to the game, maybe go over to freecodecamp.org and go through the first 37 steps. And then we have the rest of them today. And you could rewatch this. You can stream it on my YouTube. It's actually going to be, listed on the Twitter profile. So yeah, let's go to 38. So for those new people, what happens is this is the code that we had written. Oh, you can't see my mouse. So below where my mouse is, those 1, 2, 3, 4, that's the code that we wrote yesterday. This is the next step. And then this is the rest of the code that we wrote, but it breaks it up into chunks because we are learning, or like we're going off of the rest of this. So we still need to know that this is a variable and then this is the string, because that's what's between the single parentheses. You can have single or double parentheses, but you can't have one in the other. Single and then double. This is the variable and this is the integer. No parentheses because it's not a string. And then same thing here. It's just an empty string. because then down here, you're making this, you're telling it it's a type of string, right? This variable. Oh, again, you can't. Oh, yeah, you can see the highlighted part. Okay. You're telling that the variable is a type of string because then down here, you are doing some calculations, and that calculation goes into that variable. And that calculation is a string. The calculation output is a string. Again, I am not a professional software developer, but I know how to do it and like what the words are. So again, I may not have like the full on answers. Oh, 69 watchers, 69. I also set the space heater to 69 degrees. So, heyo. Okay, so we're at step 38. We haven't done the thing that we're being told to do. And then over here, as you can see, my mouse, what's below here is the terminal, which is going to show the output of what we're doing. Hi guys, thank you for the Pengu. I can't read. Because the chat is the same chat from yesterday. So I feel like the stream is just like the same stream. You just start and stop it. Anyway. Okay. Back to this. And I'm probably gonna like minimize the chat so 'cause it gets distracting. And I wanna keep on this. So then this mouse. So that the output will go here, and then once we start getting output, I'll make this one bigger so you can actually see this, and I'll move my face out of the way. But for right now, all that's happening is this stuff is ending up in the terminal, which is not the, display output. So instead of assigning Alphabet new index, which we were saying like this is the sort of calculation to give to this variable encrypted text. Oh, and by the way, this project is building a cipher, which is a kind of like Bitcoin. It's not kind of. It's somebody tell me what cipher is, because like my brain is. Hold on, let me look this up. Definition of cipher. A secret or disguised way of writing, or a code. Well, duh. Duh. Okay. Sorry, just lost my train of thought. I have so much going on in my head. Is anybody else having just like a terrible start to 2025? And I'm not saying like losing money on meme coins. I mean, that too. But yeah. Just a minute. Oh. Okay. Okay, instead of assigning Alphabet new text, like this particular output to this variable, we're going to assign the current value of encrypted text plus this to the variable. Okay, so it's gonna be this plus this. So you have to actually say that in here. That makes sense? So you have to take this and put it here with a plus sign. Okay? Oh, this is funny. What is this? Ah, this is the beginning of the cipher. So that's literally it. We just had to change what goes into this variable from here. Like this, whatever's on this side of the equal sign gets done and then puts into here. Okay? Yay. Oh, this one gave me confetti yesterday. It's just the first one. The first successful like test or whatever gives you confetti. Now it just goes to like cute little phrases like you rock. Okay. Step 39. You can obtain the same effect of A equals A plus B by using the addition assignment operator. Okay. So you don't have to then type it all out. You can just say A plus equals to, I don't know how to say that. Sorry. A plus or equal to B. So it like adds the thing before this to itself. Sorry, no, not to itself. It adds this to this. You don't have to say it twice. The addition assignment operator enables you to add a value to a variable and then assign the result back to the variable, right? So you use this operator, the plus equals operator, to add a value and assign it at the same time to encrypted text. So you would just say, get rid of this. Well, and both of those things. And you'd go plus equals. So that means that this is added to the output of this calculation and then put back into here by way of this operator. Okay. See, no confetti to infinity and beyond. Cute. Okay. So now I was just showing you the first time, like all the text like this. It is now showing up below the instructions because we're going to be changing some of that as well. I'm pretty sure. But step 40, comparison operators allow you to compare two objects based on their values. You can use a comparison operator by placing it between the objects you want to compare. They return a Boolean value, namely true or false. When we say Boolean, we mean it's either true or false, depending on the truthfulness of the expression. Some people say truthy, like whether it's truthy or not. So you might hear that as well, but I like to be more what's called verbose and say the actual like English words. So they return a Boolean value, namely true or false, depending on the truthfulness of the expression. Python has the following comparison operators. So the operator being equals means equal. If it's an exclamation point equal, it is not equal. If it's if the greater than operator sign greater than, you get the idea there. And then greater than or equal to or less than or equal to. So I think the different, like you kind of like get these, but these are a little different than like math, regular English language or math or whatever. So yeah, the equal is at, okay. At the beginning of your loop body right here, that's your loop body because the 4 indicates the start of a loop statement. So at the beginning of the loop body, print the result of comparing char with a space. Hold on one second. Okay. Sorry. At the beginning of your loop body, print the results of comparing char with a space. See, like right there, it's a string, if you can see that or not. Make your screen bigger. Because mine's as big as it's gonna get. That's what she said. Use the equality operator for this, right? So we want to compare char with a space. Uh, wait, we're comparing? Right, okay. So we're saying char equals space, right? Print the results of comparing. Oh, okay. Remember, we have to go back over and do that. I think. Oh, yeah. Okay. Because then it says over here, and you see in the terminal, it started saying things like true and false over here. False, false, true. Because in the for loop body, this print from yesterday is that it's going to print it in the terminal window so you can see like the output of what you're doing in the terminal window. That doesn't mean this is like on the screen for like the program you're doing. It's literally just telling you as the programmer what's happening. So saying print and then this is the comparison. We want to compare if char, the character, is equal to a space. Okay, because we don't want to do things to the space in the word. Encore. Okay, I have to go through this a little bit. So freecodecamp.org is not like they look for donations. So in order to keep using this, we have to go through this. Hey, oh, cute. I am a supporter, so ask me later. Okay. So, step 41. Currently, spaces get encrypted as C because we're doing this cipher. We're making this cipher. To maintain the original spacing in the plain message, you'll require a conditional if statement. This is so we haven't done if statements yet here. These things are logically, you can like logically understand this stuff, right? It's like for loop says like for these things that are happening, we want to tell it, you know, make sure these types of things are happening and then produce the output based on whether or not that thing is happening. If is similar, right? It's a condition. If these things are happening, do this. Okay, so currently spaces get encrypted as the letter C. To maintain the original spacing, you'll require a conditional if statement. This is composed of the if keyword, a condition, and a colon. So this is the example. If X is not equal to 0, print X. Not the letter X. Remember, this is not the letter X. Okay. In the example above, the condition of the if statement is X is not equal to 0. So anything other than 0. The code print X inside of the if statement body runs only when the condition evaluates to true. In this example, meaning that X is different from 0, anything but 0. That's why it's called conditional, right? Like the conditions need to be true. At the top of your for loop, replace print char equals space with an if statement. The condition of this if statement should evaluate to true if char is an empty space and false otherwise. Inside the if body, print the string space. Remember to indent this line. Okay, so at the top of the for loop, wait, is that above it? So oh, I see. Okay. If blah blah, if character equals I don't think you have to we're not doing like if then yet. So if char is equal to, like it's true if it's equal to a space, then a colon, and it already indents it for you. A lot of code. What is the word? Code writers, whatever, will indent and do all that stuff for you. Okay, so then if that is true, print. And again, once you hit the open parentheses and the open quotes, single quotes, it then gives you the close quote and close parentheses. Okay, I just want to make sure it was right. Yay, far out. Okay, go to the next. So instead of printing space, use the addition assignment operator to add the space currently stored in char to the current value of encrypted text. Okay. Wait. Use the addition assignment operator to add the space currently stored in char to the current value of encrypted text. Oh, I see. Okay. This is where it says space. Where it was saying like true and false. All right. I get it. Wait, so instead of printing space, use the addition assignment operator to add the space currently stored in char to the current value of encrypted text. Oh, I see. For char in text. If this equals space, confused. This is why we're doing this together. I think what I'm supposed to do is currently stored in char to the current value of encrypted text. Oh, okay, wait. I don't think this is right, but we're gonna try it. And I think that's right. No, okay. You should use the plus equals operator to add char to the current value. It's Oh, I think I just did it backwards. Right? Yeah, okay, I just did it backwards. Because it's like you gotta add this to this, which we told okay. Right. Encrypted text up here, we declared this variable and made sure it was a string, and then okay, that makes sense. So go to the next one. A conditional statement can also have an else clause, right? So it's like if this thing is a certain way, do blah blah blah. And then if it's not, else do something else. This clause can be added to the end of an if statement to execute alternative code if the condition of the if statement is false. So for example, if x is not equal to 0, print x, and then if it's anything else, right? You don't have to say else. It's just anything else. Print x equals 0. Because at that point, you're saying x is 0. If up here it's not 0, you're going to do this. Well, if else, that just means it's 0. The only option is that. Okay. As you can see in your output, when the loop iterations reach the space, a space is added to the encrypted string. Then the code outside the if block executes and a C is added to the encrypted string. See this right here in the terminal? Char equals space. So the encrypted text equals this gobbledygook and then C for space. Okay. To fix it, add an else clause after encrypted text plus equals char and indent all the subsequent lines of the code except for the print call. Okay. So you're going to come down here and say, if this is this, right, then you do all this. And now we're going to say, oh, wait, do I indent that? No. Else. And then you come down here, tab, tab, tab. Okay. So, and it said like, other than this line. Am I speaking into the microphone? Hooray, we have liftoff. Okay. Now, try to assign the string hello Zyra. Zyra? Like my friend Dyla? To your text variable and see what happens in the terminal. So here, I'm just going to copy and paste. Copy. Paste. So you see a string index out of range exception right here. Don't worry, you'll figure out how to fix it soon. Okay. Bass melting guitar solo. Amazing. When the loop reaches the letter Z, the sum of index plus shift exceeds the last index of the string alphabet. Therefore, alphabet at a new index point is trying to use an invalid index, which causes an index error to be thrown. So we're like figuring out right now that this is how that error came about, is that when the for loop, right, it reaches Z, the last letter in the alphabet, the sum of index plus shift is more than the last index of the string alphabet, right? Because that's how it like figures out that it's the last one. So the alphabet new index that is being used to see the next one or determine what the next one is trying to use an invalid index, which causes that error. So you can notice that the output in the terminal stops at the space, right? Right here. It stops at the space and then gives you the error. Immediately before the Z and the last print before the error is thrown. In this case, the modulo, I never know how to say this. Modulo? Modulo? Medulla oblongata? Ever see that? Waterboy? It's like his medulla oblongata is something. Oh my God. Nobody's listening to me. Sorry. Oh my God, I'm just overthinking everything. Waterboy is a classic. You know, if you guys don't have your profile on Abstract, like with your name, I don't know who you are. I think that's just Ralphie. I think. But it is just an address right now. Okay, so here, I'm gonna ask, how is this pronounced? How is pronounced? Oh, it's also just mod. You can just say mod. Huh. Modulo. I'm just going to say mod operator. Okay. In this case, the mod operator, which is the percent sign, can be used to return the remainder of the division between two numbers. For example, 5 remainder 2, or 5 mod 2 is equal to 1 because 5 divided by 2 has a quotient of 2 and a remainder of 1. I realize this is math and everybody's like, to do this. You do, though. You do. You need to know how math works. Okay. Okay. I can't roll my R's. Okay. I feel like I should record the Kardashian sisters doing that and then just like, use that as an audio thing. Okay. 1 second. Okay, that's done. Okay. Life is hard. Adulting is hard. It's just all there is to it. Like, life is so difficult. Sometimes you just have to, like, let things go. Just let go. And do something to like, um, get your mind off. Okay, sorry. Let's go back to step 45, and I'm gonna turn the space heater back on. It's like I'm just space heater bipolar. I keep turning it on and off. Turned it to 69. Hell. Okay, let's get back. So, when the loop reaches the letter Z, the sum of index plus shift, right? These things right here. Shift, we said at the beginning of the code, is equal to 3. And the index is indicated or declared inside the for loop, okay? Like, the index is gonna be, like, how it knows where the position is. The index is, I guess, the position. I'm probably saying that wrong. I usually have somebody in the comments, telling me I'm wrong. So, the sum of index plus shift exceeds the last index of the string alphabet. Therefore, alphabet new index is trying to use an invalid position index, which causes an index error. How many times can I say index? Nah. You can notice that the output in the terminal stops at the space immediately before the Z, the last print before the error is thrown. In this case, the mod operator can be used to return the remainder. So remember that I said, like, yes, you have to do math or at least understand how math works. So, like, if you divide 5 by 2, the remainder is 1, right? 5 divided by 2 is 2 with a remainder of 1. So, like, mod is looking for the value of that remainder, okay? So you will surround the index plus shift with parentheses and mod the expression modulo oblongata, the expression with 26, which is the alphabet length, right? The length of this is 26. We just know that the alphabet is 26 letters, right? And so that's what that is. Otherwise, you would count it. But there's better ways to do this. We're just, like, going through the specifics of like how the logic works. And then there's going to be, like, easier ways to put it together. So we're coming down here to say the new index, right? With the space heater, my hair is just all over the place. Okay. Alrighty. So shift or index plus shift in parentheses, and then mod mod 26, right? So this expression mod 26. Which just means that it's looking for the remainder of when you take the index that was calculated here by the alphabet, like, by finding the character in the alphabet, creating the index with that, and then you go to the new index, which is this plus this. Okay, we just chose that number because that's how it works in here. And so then you add that each time to this to get this variable. So now what we're doing is trying to find the remainder of that and 26. And if that's 1, it'll say this up. Let's go to the next step because it'll tell you. So that was our step here, was to mod that with 26 because that's the length of this. Standing ovation. Okay, if you wish to incorporate additional characters into the alphabet string, such as digits or special characters, you'll find it's necessary to manually modify the right operand of the mod operation. So you'd replace 26, because that's just a solid number, right? With the length of the alphabet. So this is going to sort of calculate the length of the alphabet so you don't have to count it, right? Like I was saying earlier, there's easier ways to do this, but we're trying to show the logic of it first. So instead of this solid number, because, whoa, we counted how many letters were in alphabet, you're actually going to do like a calculation of it to find the 26, which is the length of the contents of the variable alphabet, which is just, that's what goes inside here because that's what we're calculating the length of, because we need that calculation to see if it's the last character so we can like move on and not get that error. Code long and prosper. Okay, next, modify your print call to print encrypted text. Encrypted text, what? Next, modify your print call to print the words encrypted text. And then like the comma is there, and then the encrypted text is the actual thing that was calculated, right? And put it outside the for loop so that the encrypted string is printed 1 time. Okay? And just copy pasting, put it outside the for loop, which it is already. Okay, wait. So I guess not. Oh, we're not doing the char. We're just doing this. Okay. Oh, whoops. Wait. What did I do? So I don't even need to copy paste. It's already in there. I'm just taking out. It should have just said that. It should have just said, take out the char, that was over here. Now we just want encrypted text. Okay. And it was showing you that because we're learning it. So, for this condition, do all of this stuff. But for this condition, like loop through here. But first of all, let's check first if there's a space. If there's not, then we go to the next thing and we find the letter that is associated with the cipher. And then we print it over here in this thing. which is just the terminal window to show you what's going on with your code, not printing out into, like, your actual output, right? We haven't gotten there yet. We're just doing the stuff behind the scenes. Oh, wait, what did I do? Oh, it's not outside the for loop. Does that just mean I remove the indentation? Yeah. Yeah, okay. That's different from JavaScript, isn't it? Like, with JavaScript, you have to have, like, a semicolon, all that craziness. I like Python because it's just cleaner. So, the what makes it outside the for loop is the lack of that indentation. Syntax and punctuation. Step 48. So, right ah, ooh, oh, thank you for the tips. You guys are awesome. Who's sending me $1,000 tip? Maybe I should just play games and be, like, real bad at it, and, maybe then I'll make some real money. No, I love the tips, the Pengu. Thank you, guys. Uh, okay, right before the print call, add another one and pass plain text as the arguments to print. Use the same indentation, right? Okay. So so what it's doing is, like, it's saying print out into the terminal window. Oh, I can't see what I'm doing. The words plain text, and then after that, whatever's inside this variable text. Okay. Same indentation. So print that. Okay. Again, it showed up here. Oh, geez. What did I do? After your for loop. Is it supposed to be like before it? Yeah. Okay. A function is essentially a reusable block of code. You've already met some built-in functions like print, find, and length, but you can also define custom functions like this. So those are built in that Python already knows, but, like, you got to do other stuff, right? So define, which is def, the function. Sorry, which you give it a name, like these, but these are built in. So define the function, you give it a name, parentheses, colon, and then within the what are these called? It doesn't tell me whatever these are called. What is that called? I don't know. A function declaration starts with the definition keyword followed by the function name, a valid variable name, and a pair of parentheses. The declaration ends with a colon, just like I said. Right after your shift variable, declare a function called Caesar and indent all the following lines to give your new function a body. Okay, so nope, that's not right. Oh, it's already going to know to do that. Okay. Sorry, one second. That's crazy that I've had. Oh, I should definitely go. You guys should definitely listen to Sean's Twitter space about getting a job in tech. That one's always awesome. There's a couple of really good Twitter spaces that I'm seeing. Okay. So I think that's all we were supposed to do is just like indent the I mean, I don't see anything else in there. Oh wait. Wait, should what did I do? I did it just like this. Oh, I didn't spell it right. AE. See, it doesn't in like visual code or whatever, it what the fuck? I did put a space after define. Okay, what? What am I doing wrong, you guys? Seriously? S or CAESAR. Right after your shift variable, declare a function called Caesar and indent all the following lines to give your new Oh. Oh. Got it. That's a lot of indenting. Okay. Like that? Nope. This is so dumb. What am I doing wrong here? Line 12 in module name alphabet is not defined. All following lines. Great. I'm definitely doing this wrong. Oh. No. Literally just indent. Like, literally just do what it's telling you to do. Indent all the following lines to give your new function a body. Literally all of the lines. That's what's great about Python. All you have to do is indent things and yeah, anyway. Okay, so in Python, the scope of a variable determines where that variable can be accessed. So variables defined outside a function have a global scope, and they can be accessed from any part of your code, okay? So the scope of the variable determines where it can be accessed. So I get that. Variables defined outside a function have a global scope, and they can be accessed from any part of your code. And variables defined inside a function are local to that function and cannot be accessed outside of it. To see this in action, try to print the alphabet variable at the end of your code. This will raise a name error, okay? So again, because we're only working with the end of the code, it will throw the rest of it up here, give you the instructions, and then this is where you're supposed to write it. So let's just try what it's telling us to get the error. God damn it. And it says now that it's not defined. Okay. This is because alphabet is defined inside the Caesar function and is not accessible outside of it. So, yes, we got the right code because we wanted it to throw an error. I'm freezing again. Hopefully that warms up my tuchus. Shut up, Brooke. Now fix the error by removing the line that tries to print the alphabet variable outside the Caesar function. Oh, that's literally what I have to do is just delete this? Okay. Yeah, Free Code Camp is very, slow going. I don't know why that's doing that. So to execute, a function needs to be called or invoked by appending a pair of parentheses after its name like this, okay? So, you do the thing, you call it, you do it by writing its name and putting parentheses behind it. So at the end of your code, call your Caesar function, pay attention to the indentation. So does that mean, yeah, I have to be on all the way to the side here. Oh, remember it's CAES. And it will give you the parentheses. When you type the open parentheses, it will give you the closed parentheses. Okay? Now you should see that output again. Although this approach works, it doesn't significantly enhance the code's reusability. So repeatedly calling your function will result in the same outcome. However, functions can be declared with parameters to introduce versatility and customization. So you'll change up the reusability of what you just did, like what you want a function to do. You can give it different things so that you can get a different output. So you define the function by giving it a name. For our example, what we're doing, it's called Caesar because we're making a cipher. And then we're telling it that you're going to take in these two things as parameters. Parameters are variables that you can use inside your function. A function can be declared with different number of parameters. In the example above, parameter 1 and parameter 2 are parameters. How many times can we say that? Oh my God. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. Okay. So modify your function declaration so it takes in two parameters called message and offset. Okay. So you're just going to type because these are variables. Okay. So we know we're going to get an error. So like this was the correct way to do this. Okay. You guys just give me 1 second. Okay. My bad. I had to go get some stuff for my stomach. How's everybody doing? I'm having a particularly difficult couple of weeks. 2025 like punched me in the tit. Granted, like I have made some pretty stupid mistakes. Oh, now I can't get this open. And it's cost me. It has cost me a lot. Oh, here we go. This is how you do it. Pretty dumb, Brooke. Okay. Let's go back to this. Okay. Look at that, an hour and 14 minutes still going. Got to keep myself busy. So we're talking about adding parameters into the function. So it's going to be like, hey, you're going to take this stuff. You're like expecting these two things in order to perform your instructions, right? There we go. Back to 69. Hey-o. when we were looking for that error. Okay. Inside your function body, rename the text and the shift variables to message and offset respectfully, right? So wait, even though text and shift are declared up there, wait a second. Okay, so we're gonna rename these. I'm so off. I'm so off. Okay. Rename text and shift to message and offset inside the function body, which is right here, right there. Oh, okay. So I'm not even looking at it right. Message, and then shift is offset, which is technically what it was, right? Even though it was the variable named shift, it was acting like an offset. Okay. Ooh, 111. There's 111 of you in here. Although it's not concurrent, so there's probably one of you in here. It's probably just looky-loos. Some looky-loos coming in to see how ridiculous I am. So then the text, we're just now describing it a little bit differently because it's the message, right? Before we were just showing you, we were learning how to declare things, right? So we were like, oh, the text, and then this shift that we're doing. But in a function, we've got to like give it more description. This is the message. The text is the message right here. And when you're adding the index to shift, it's actually adding it to the offset. So we're just changing those names. Oh, whoops. Oh, all occurrences of text to message. Where's the other occurrence? Oh, there's this one. Encrypted text. Wait, are we supposed to be saying, oh, literally every, like, okay, hold on. I think this is right. My brain is not functioning. So, like, every time you have the actual word, whether it's part of another variable or not. So let's do that. Okay. I get it. This is what just makes more sense in every possible way. All right. So as I'm like saying why we're changing the word text, it's like, oh, this isn't making sense. Okay, now it makes sense because we were changing the like description of what this text even is. So even in like the encrypted underscore text, it now is encrypted underscore message. So makes sense. So we know that it's raising this type error because the Caesar function is defined with two parameters of message and offset. Therefore, it expects to be called with two arguments. So calling Caesar without the required arguments stops the execution of the code, right? Like we told the definition of the function that we want these two parameters in there. So then when we call it and we say down here, right? We just said we called it. Well, we didn't actually give the arguments in there. So and now I'm confused again. So we need message and offset. Therefore, it expects to, we need the two arguments to stop the okay. Give message and offset values by, okay, right. By passing text and shift as arguments to the Caesar function call, right? Okay. So here's our like stuff at the top, right? This is like what we're doing, what we're using, not doing. This is the stuff we're like using in the function, in the whole piece of code, okay? And so in the definition of the function, the fact that there are two things here, two variables here, is saying that the function needs to take in those two arguments. And then the rest of the code, and then when you call the code, you're going to say that thing that we called text at the beginning and the thing we called shift at the beginning, which then inside that function is message and offset. At the bottom of your code, after your existing Caesar text shift call your function again. This time pass the text variable and the integer 13 as arguments, right? So these are just like, this is now the code. This is now like, do the thing. These are the instructions. And the instructions of this point to the code inside the defined function called Caesar. So then this is another, I will absolutely spell this wrong each time. So now we're calling it again with different function or with different arguments, different parameters. Okay. Text and what was the other number? Oh, 13, my favorite number. I keep seeing like really good numbers. Oh my God, now there's 113 viewers in here. So I'm feeling like I'm getting signs from the universe that like everything's going to be okay, Brooke. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's okay. Because it hasn't felt okay. It just felt bad. Oh my God, how funny. In abstract, there's somebody saying, how much have you learned in Python? Not a lot, to be honest with you. But your you know that your address is OX6969. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. Do you guys see that in the abstract chat? This person who's asking how much have you learned in Python has the greatest ETH address ever. How much I've learned in Python is not a whole lot. I'm going very slow, but I'm honestly just trying to keep my mind busy. Okay, so we're doing this text and 13. And again, when it's an integer, you don't have to put anything behind it or around it or anything. So it's just that thing that we declared at the very top, text, because this is what we're always using for like the input, I guess, to the function. And then this is the number that we want to now use. And so then it's going to put that over here because remember, inside the function, at the end of the function is the instructions to print those two things. And those two things are calculated by way of entering in these parameters into the defined function instructions. So then each time you call it, at the end of the call, you will see the output that you've calculated from entering in these new things. And then you're going to be able to, like, down the road, create these new things by way of other code. You don't have to type it in. It's going to, like, add it in for you. That's what code does. So currently, every single letter is always encrypted with the same letter. What? Currently, every single letter is always encrypted with the same letter, depending on the specific offset. So what if the offset were different for each letter? That would be much more difficult to decrypt. This algorithm is referred to as the Vignette? Yeah. Vignette cipher. Just making sure, okay? Is enunciation of I didn't even spell that right. Vignette. Wait, what? It's commonly pronounced in English as Vigenère. What? What? It's commonly pronounced in English as Vigenère. Vigenère. I think it's Vignette. Whatever, I don't care. Vigenère? That's not right. Where the offset for each letter is determined by another text called the key. So start transforming your Caesar cipher into this by removing the two function calls. Okay. So it's just telling us to delete it. Now modify your function declaration. Change the function name into whatever the fuck this word is again. Oh, you know what I want to do? Oh, no. Why can't it just tell me? What about? Vigenère. 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 All right, fuck it. Inside the function declaration, change the function name into this. Oh. Oh, no. And the second parameter into key. Delete your shift variable, then declare a new variable called custom key and assign the value of the string Python. Okay, so this is when I was telling you about that you can change this up so that you're not actually like stating the actual number. It's going to do something different. Since your key is shorter than the text that you will have to encrypt, you will need to repeat it to generate the whole encrypted text. At the beginning of your function body, declare a key index variable and set it to 0. What are they hammering upstairs? That's so weird. My parents are so funny. Okay, sorry about that. Since your key is shorter than the text that you will have to encrypt, you'll need to repeat it to generate the whole encrypted text. At the beginning of your function body, declare a key index variable and set it to 0. So we're going to say this, declare this variable at the beginning of the function body. So again, right here equals 0. I love that you don't have to put any punctuation at the end of Python lines. Another one of these thingies right here. When coding, readability is key. It's key. Comments serve as effective notes explaining the logic behind your code. I'm sure if any of you have like seen a GitHub repository or even just like code that somebody posts on crypto Twitter or wherever you're at, you'll see that there's comments that describes what you're even looking at, which a lot of times the more comments, the better, right? Then you really know what it's talking about. So comments serve as effective notes explaining the logic behind your code. They prove valuable when returning to a project after some time and also aid your colleagues in understanding the code. In Python, you can write a comment using the hashtag, or as us old people remember them being the, you know what, fuck it, just a hashtag. The light is not going down. Whatever. Oh, the pound sign. Used to be, we called this the pound sign. So in Python, you can write a comment using a pound sign. Anything that comes after the pound sign won't be executed. Before your if statement, add a comment saying append space to the message. So right here, you're gonna say, yeah, where is it? Pound. Wait, do you need one after? I don't think so, but let's check. Yeah, there is no spoon. So true. The simulation is simulating. There is no spoon. So next, inside the else block, declare a variable called keychar and assign it the value of key. At the index key index, mod the length of the key. Now I realize like these are a whole bunch of crazy words, but we have gone through them over the last hour and a half, right? So inside the else block, declare a variable called keychar and assign it the value of key at the index key index. Mod the length of key. So we're going to declare this inside the else block, assign it the value of key at the index key index. Wait. I think that's outside of this. And then mod length of key. Right? Is this right? No. Oh, it's inside the same. Like this just goes inside of there with a space there. Make sense? This is all done first. And the key at that index, at this position, once it's calculated, this is going to give you like the position of the key, where we want to set the key. That is then saved in this variable key char. So you'll need to increase the key index count for the next iteration. To do this, after the line you just added, and in the same code block, use the addition assignment operator to increment key index by 1. So then you would go next key index equals key index plus 1. Nope. Oh, right. We already learned that. Oh my God. Plus or equals to 1. Remember that? We don't have to put everything else behind there. You just use plus equals. Okay. So inside the else clause, write a comment saying, find the right key character to encode. Sorry, hold on one second. Sorry. Sorry. I had to go talk to my parents. Okay. So we are at step 64. I think there's like 90 steps to this, and we are definitely going very slow, but that is my prerogative. So inside the else clause, that's what we're saying. So it's an if statement. It's a for loop, if statement, and else clause. Just to be extra confusing. Write a comment saying, find the right key character to encode. So inside here, it's already given me the little spot. Remember, we're going to do hashtag or # for us old people and say, find the right key character. I could have just copy and pasted this. The .index method is identical to the .find method. And I'm pretty sure they say method with these because it's like already defined in Python. Whereas if you created a function, you'd call it a function. But these are methods because they're already part of Python. I could be totally wrong with that, but that is it. Hi, AC. Thanks for coming. I love that you guys are talking to me on Twitter, but please go over to Abstract and give me all those XP points. Oh, I can't roll my R's. Oh. All right. The .index method is identical to the find method, but it throws a value error exception if it is unable to find the substring. Okay. A value error is a built-in exception that is raised when an argument with the right type but inappropriate value is passed to a function. After incrementing key index, declare a variable named offset. Find the index that keychar has in alphabet and assign it to offset. Use the index to find the index. Use the .index method to find the actual index. Right? Excuse me. So a value error is a built-in exception that is raised when an argument with the right type but inappropriate value, so it's the right type, inappropriate value is passed to a function. So after incrementing the key index, declare a variable named offset and find the index that keychar has in the alphabet variable. The alphabet variable does contain the entirety of the alphabet. That's why it's called that. And assign it to offset. Use the .index to find the index. Yay, thanks, AC. Been doing this for almost 2 hours. I appreciate you all joining me, all 130 of you, on a Saturday, midday, helping me keep my mind occupied. Because I've just had a very sad couple of weeks. Yes, it is recorded. I'm going to start putting all of these like in my highlights tab in Twitter, but I also am going to just create a Notion page with all of my like links and videos where you can just go to that and play the actual video. And I'll create that Notion page and link that out from my my Twitter. Thanks, AC. Sometimes adulting is hard, and the reason it's hard is because you fuck up royally and lose out on something really good. And it just sucks. It sucks. There was something that this funny free code camp, like when you do check your code, I'll show you. It gives you these like cute little like well done and cheers and just like cute little things. And one of them was there is no spoon. And it just like hit me really hard that like in the quantum world, like none of this matters because there is no spoon. Like our emotions are just there to like protect us and like teach us and steer us in a different direction. And we have to like let our bodies, let our emotions dictate that stuff. So, all right. Sorry, I'm going to go back through this because I just like took a step back there. So the dot index method is identical to the dot find method, but it throws the value error exception if it's unable to find the substring. So a value error is a built-in exception that is raised when an argument with the right type but inappropriate value is passed to a function. After incrementing the key index, declare a variable named offset. Find the index that keychar has in alphabet and assign it to offset. Use the dot index to find the index. Those are good instructions. Let me turn off the turning off the space heater. I just keep it's like hot and then cold, hot and then cold. There is no buffer for adults. We have to fix our own problems. You're so right, girl. You're so right. No one's coming to fix anything. Okay. Oh, thank you for the Pengu. Sorry, I keep taking like pauses because I'm trying to keep my mind occupied, but there's so much going on in it, but this is helping me stay occupied. Okay, so like these instructions there's a lot to this. Like this is telling you some stuff, and then this is like giving you the instructions based on what it just told you. So after incrementing key index, declare a variable named offset. Okay, so here's the key index incrementation. I don't know. So we're gonna declare a variable named offset equals find the index that keychar has in alphabet. Oh, okay. So you would go alphabet dot index key underscore char, and then that's assigned to index or to offset by way of this. Let's see if I'm right. Okay. See, it's alive. It's alive. Cute, 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 cute. So above the offset variable, create another comment saying define the offset and the encrypted letter. So I am just going to copy paste that. So right now we're just creating a comment. above the offset variable right there. It already gave me a spot. See? Comment. At the moment, your function prints some strings, but these values cannot be used by other parts of code to perform any actions. For that purpose, you need to use a return statement, right? So it prints some strings, but the values can't be used anywhere else. It's just like the thing that happens after you've done all of these calculations and manipulations. What did Flick call it? What is it with X-Men? They are not morphed, mutated. So once all of this data, this stuff is mutated, mutant code, coming back on the space heater. Once it's all mutated, you want to be able to like use that output for different types of things. Okay. I think after this step, I'm going to be calling it good for the day because I'm just not being able to pay attention. Thank you for the Pengu. You guys are awesome. Thanks. One day someone's going to come in here and tip me $1,000. I'm waiting for it. Not saying that I don't love all of the Pengu that you have all tipped me. You are amazing and I love you. I was just saying. So for this purpose, we need to use a return statement. See, so you're defining the function called foo, and you're returning this string with the word spam. Like you're actually returning this. So you need to write a return followed by a space and the value that the function should return. Once the return statement is found, that value is returned and the execution of the function stops, proceeding to the next line of code after the function call. In the example above, the foo function returns the string spam. Okay? Remove the two print calls from your function and return encrypted text. Okay? So yes, the example one was returning an actual string of letters or a word, but this is actually going to return the contents of this variable. So get rid of these things, and just like print, return is an action, right? It's like return this. That's what we're doing. No punctuation, no nothing. Remove the two print calls and return encrypted text. So let's do this one last thing and then I'm wrapping it up. Wrap it up. Call your function passing text and custom key as the arguments. Store the return value of the function call in a variable named encryption. Okay, I think I understand what I'm doing here. So this is the function name, right? And we're going to put this. Oh. We're calling that function with text and custom key as the arguments. Where's the example? Wait, do I put the return here? I'm doing this totally wrong. Here's where it runs the test. Code has an indentation error. Uh, I need to go back one. I'm confused. Return encrypted text. Oh, okay. I think I know what I did. So instead of those, you say return encrypted text. Okay, and then go here. Oh, store the return value of the function call. Oh. Okay. What you would do is then you would say encryption because then the return value of the function call is this, right? Encrypted text. So then it's saying store the return value of the function call, which is this is the return value of the function call, which is here. Then you're calling the function with these arguments, these parameters, and then you are going to make this variable equal the return value, encrypted text. Make sense? No. Ugh. Vignere with passing it text and custom key arguments, and then store the return. Did I just spell it wrong? Um, Lost you at call. I don't know what you mean. Okay, I'm going to wait a second here. Oh, I see. You would run the function. Okay, that's why there was only one line. So you run the function. Okay. That's why I need to stop after 2 hours because I'm like, my brain is shutting off. See how this worked? I did it like the long way and I didn't mean to. I needed to do it like the shortened version. So, like, here's the variable that we're essentially declaring right now outside of the function, outside of all of this stuff, right? Because we have to do it outside of it. Anything indented is within the function, and you've got this return of whatever it is. That's what comes out of calling it with these uh, parameters, and you're declaring this new variable and giving it this value. Make sense? Made sense to me. Okay. So, hi everybody. My name is Brooke Lacey. So I just want to like remind everybody that we have to take care of ourselves. Nobody's coming to help, like no one's here to fix everything in your head. Everything's going to be okay. Keep telling myself that. So, love you guys. Thank you for coming. I hope you watch the restream. Oh my God, the replay. And I'm going to do some clipping up of this stuff so it makes it easier. Have a good day. Oh, it did say how many people are watching. What's this? That's kind of funny, but if you can see up here, it says there's 3 people watching. That's not very many, you guys. It's not very many. That's okay. I think we just got to get more people over to Abstract to take advantage of it. It did tell me that I earned some XP. I'm very excited about that. And I hope everyone has a good day. Bye.